a bombshell sponsor, I would like to thank Nextnecklace for sponsoring today's video. So girls, I'm feeling absolutely positively gorgeous. The first thing I selected is this gorgeous fabulous serpent necklace. It has white sapphire stones. It is a sterling silver necklace. However, it is coated in gold. Now, as far as this beautiful necklace is concerned, guys, if you make the selection or if you purchase this necklace, I'm going to suggest that maybe you select it in a smaller length or a shorter length. Again, this is 17 inches, but this is just simply the type of necklace you want a little bit close to your clavicles. Now, let's get into this gorgeous wedding band. I selected this band because I love the fact that the stones were completely flat. One thing that I'm always looking for anytime I'm making jewelry selections are things that are not going to snag my clothing. It does have the flat round cut sapphire stones. It is a thick band, and I also love the fact that it does not have any stones on the inside. That's something that I'm always looking for as well. Anytime I find a piece that is extremely comfortable and I can wear it with quite a few different things, anywhere from a casual look to a more sophisticated look, I'm always on board with that. So they offer a 30-day return policy as well as a 1-year warranty. The only thing that you will not be able to return on the 30-day return policy are custom made pieces, and so I'll make sure that I leave the details for you below. Nextnecklace is currently hosting a New Year sale. They are offering an additional 10% off of any purchase, or if you purchase 2 or more pieces, you can receive 30% off. So what I'm going to do is leave all of the links in the description box below, and if Nextnecklace is gracious enough to offer us an additional discount code, I'll make sure that I link that below as well. You guys let me know if you love these gorgeous sophisticated pieces as much as I do. Once again, I would like to thank Nextnecklace for sponsoring today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and on to the vlog. Hey girls, welcome back to another vlog. So we're starting off doing something fun, girls. We're about to go to the Japanese garden, and it's in Houston's own 3rd Ward. You girls know I'm from 3rd Ward, right? You know, that's where I learned to be, you know, just a little bit, you know, I can get a little bit extra spicy crispy, okay? And so, yeah, I grew up in 3rd Ward, and then my mom moved us to Southwest Houston when I was in the 5th grade, and then from there she moved us to A-Leaf, and A-Leaf was supposed to be a better neighborhood, but you know, that's when I really got into some things, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so girls, we're going to visit my old neck of the woods, and so I have been looking up things for us to do because you girls are eating the videos up. Especially the, you know, the latest videos you girls are seeming to love. Rock Reinvented, basically where I am challenging myself to get out the house and just do more things, essentially reinvent myself, right? You know, I think I just kind of had some time to really reflect on when I didn't have my car for 6 months and when things were so hard, and you know, now I am so grateful. And I want to take advantage of every moment that I have, you know, because life comes at you fast. I didn't get a chance to show y'all my outfit, but it is so cute. This is the outfit. This is one of y'all purchased this outfit. Let me just put it that way, but never told me who it was. So one of y'all sent me a $200 ASOS gift card out of the blue, just out of nowhere. And so I took that gift card and I bought me a few things. And yeah, so that's what this outfit is. But anyway, speaking of ASOS, girls, y'all know I'm not into begging. We're not gonna have a beg-a-thon, but all I'm gonna say is this. Don't be judging me either, girls. My birthday is coming up on January the 11th, and if anybody out there wants to send me an ASOS gift card, you can send that gift card to rochellechanel@gmail.com. Yeah, if you would like to bless me for my birthday. Y'all smiling so hard. You can send me a ASOS gift card. Y'all know that's my favorite store. I love shopping there. Okay, there we go. All right, so this is our look. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. Y'all, do I look like Sammy Davis Jr. with these glasses? Oh my gosh, I feel like Sammy Davis Jr. girl, but that's okay. He's a legend. So the first thing we need to do is just go get a magical, mythical, delicious frozen Coke. It's that frozen Coke. Hey. But anyway, I need to fix this sash because it's kind of, you know, getting on my nerves a little bit. So we're gonna run over there and do that, and then we're gonna be headed to the park. So let me get situated, and then I'll give you guys a call back when we get to our destination.
Creon, no on the man though. I can shoulder lean. I don't know how to dance though. Bounce right to left and let you.
Time will tell. Time will tell what you have labeled as a loss. You mislabeled it. It really was a victory. If you lost them but found you in Jesus, that's not a loss. That's a victory. Time will tell. Time will tell those who really care about you versus those who care about what you do for them. This is how we get hurt, because when people fall in love with your flowers and not your roots, they'll leave you and fall. If you didn't get the position, but you learned character along the way, you learned integrity and a work ethic along the way, that's not a loss, baby, that's a victory, and time will tell. If they rejected you, but that's not who God had for you anyway, that's not a loss, that's a victory, and time will tell. If the financial floodwaters rose unexpectedly, which caused for you to be more innovative with your gift and heighten your dependency on heaven, because sometimes limitation is the breeding ground of innovation and desperation. You didn't know how innovative you are with your gift until you had no choice but to be innovative with it.
Summers and I'm not in my bed, on the back of the bus in a bunk with the band. Going so hard, gotta choose myself. Underpaid and overwhelmed. I might cook clean, but still won't fall. Still working on my life, you know. Only God knows, only God knows, only God knows. 16 carriages driving away while I watch them ride.
I'm sorry if the camera is shaking, girl. So, guys, we are at the Houston Museum of Natural Science, and we are about to go to the Japanese garden. I'm gonna be honest. I thought I was about to bring you girls a cute little aesthetic vlog, but I see that's not happening. When I tell you I done walked a country mile, I have on flip-flops. I was completely not prepared for this. I thought this was similar to the parks by my house, which obviously are not real parks. And this one is. And so, yeah, it's giving My feet look atrocious because I did not wear the right shoes, but that's okay. So we're gonna walk across the street and find the Japanese gardens and just, you know, do some exploring of the city. Okay, so let me navigate my way around and then I'll give you guys a call back when we get to the museum. Girls, we made it here. Y'all, it is so peaceful. Oh my gosh. However, I'm gonna be better prepared the next time. So this is Japanese garden, and this area was actually, hi, how are you? This area was donated by a city in Japan, and it is Houston's twin city. And so y'all, it is so gorgeous and serene out here. Now this is free, however, girl, the ducks, they are coming. I don't have no food for you. Yeah, the ducks are very, very friendly. That's one of the things that I found out because I've been looking up just different places in Houston, just different scenery. And one of the things that someone mentioned is that I guess they felt that the only setback was the fact that the ducks here are really, really friendly. And I think that's just because they are used to being fed, you know? And so this space is so quiet and so clean. You could probably come here and just veg out or have a picnic. I did not realize that they had a gazebo here. In fact, they have several of these areas. And y'all, this looks like maybe a traditional Japanese home. You know, another thing that I was thinking is, like, if you wanted to, you could actually come out here and do your wedding photos. I would just say wedding, graduation, any type of like life celebration, you could come out here and do it. It is so pretty. I cannot say that enough.
If you don't mind, before I let you go, I would like to sing a blessing in your life. From this point forward, when the burden of life gets heavy to hold, I pray for courage, strength, bravery, persistence. I pray you can get over it. And if you ever feel like the loads, it's too heavy to bear.
All right, girls, we are almost back to our neck of the woods. I was thinking about, hold on, let me adjust this a little bit. There we go. So, girls, I was thinking about, baby, what is you doing? Girl, not him hitchhiking, baby. You better, no ma'am, no sir. Don't be looking over here. I'm not finna, girl, not him. Got his finger out, baby. Don't nobody do that no more. Okay, you know what? I said I was gonna start like acting like sophisticated and stuff in my vlogs. Y'all, I can't help it. But no, listen, y'all, like when the camera is not on, you know, it's like nothing happens. Literally nothing happens until the camera comes on. Like this whole time I've been driving in traffic and I've been acting pretty and stuff. Like everything has been going smooth, and it just seemed like the minute the camera come on, that's when the shenanigans come out. But I did say that I would try to act like more like sophisticated and stuff, but y'all, this is just my personality, and it's just like no matter what I do, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go out today, I'm gonna make some like pretty like aesthetic content, you know, and it's just gonna be like serene. Girl, the way that pork chewed me up, girl, I just was not prepared. But that's okay, we're going back. But when we go back, we're gonna be prepared. But some of the girls was out there, they was stepping, they had on dresses and heels, but they were out there doing like photo shoots or whatever. But it's a beautiful place to take pictures and just all types of stuff. It's just such a beautiful park, like, oh my goodness. And y'all, that was just a small part of the park. But anyway, wait a minute. So girls, one thing that I was thinking about, y'all know I'm over here listening to Alan Stone, baby. When I tell you that is my song, that is my song. But one thing that it's like one of those songs that just make you think in like layers, you know, like it teaches you about obedience. That's my takeaway, only because of the way that the song was done. So it teaches you what it taught me about obedience and the importance of being obedient. And one thing that I thought about too listening to that song today was compassion. Man, you have no idea, or maybe you girls do, how important it is to have compassion. Because let me tell you something, I don't care how successful you are, how beautiful you are, how well life has treated you, how accomplished you are, I guarantee you something is going to happen in your life where you are going to need compassion. And the compassion is going to come from the universe. And if you have not been a compassionate person and you've not shown compassion to people, whatever it is that you're going through is going to be that much tougher, you know. And so I was just thinking about like, y'all, we were out of car for 6 months. So I was thinking about that, and I was like, man, like y'all showed so much compassion for me. But I'm a very compassionate person, and that's why I know. And like I've always had I've created a really nice life for myself. And you know, these last 6 months or so, they were not kind to me. And but you guys were. And not only were you guys kind to me, the world what I mean by that is like going out into the world when I didn't feel so good and all I wanted to do was go out, do the stuff I needed to do, and come home. People showed me so much compassion and was so kind to me. And you know, when I was so fragile, you know what I mean? And so it's just like right now, if you are doing extremely well for yourself, especially in these times, you know, you just have to know that your compassion and the compassion that you express towards other people, you're making somebody's day. Somebody is going home and talking about you. You know what I'm saying? Someone is going home and having a conversation about you and how kind you were, or how understanding you were, or whatever it is that you need. But that's going to take you a long way, because one thing that I've observed and I've noticed is that people who've kind of gone through life and just had a lack of compassion and a lack of grace for other people, when things happen to them, I mean, when I say life be taking them through there, chewing them up, and it's like, it's sad, but it is unfortunate that this is just kind of, you know, y'all know, like you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow, and you do. And it's just like, you know, the more sophisticated we get, the older we get, you know, the more we understand those things, or at least we should, you know. So yeah, I just wanted to say that, have some compassion, because I assure you, You want to make sure that your compassion bank account, what they be saying, I got 3 commas in my bank account. You need to make sure that you got 3 commas in that bank account of compassion. Yes, I think we're gonna make our way to let me see, Trader Joe's. No, not Trader Joe's, and get a couple of things, because I wanted to make like this Asian inspired bowl, like girl dinner. So that's what I wanted to make tonight. But it's basically orange chicken, Japanese style string beans, or green beans, I'm sorry. These like rice rolls. I don't know how to pronounce them, gimbo or something like that. Rice rolls, egg rolls or spring rolls. And then I forgot what I put in it, the other thing that I put in it or whatever. Oh, you know what we might do too is add like some dumplings or whatever. So we'll see when we get to Trader Joe's. But anyway, girls, let me concentrate because I am in the thick of it as far as this traffic is concerned. But I'm gonna go pick up a few things, and I'll see you girls when I get home.
Many people that I know, they just trying to touch you. Kiss up and rub up and fill up. Kiss up and rub up and fill up on you. Give you some time to prove that I can trust you. Again, I'm gonna kiss up and rub up and fill up. Kiss up and rub up and fill up on you all night long. All night long. Sweet love all night long.
Hey girls, all right. It feels like I have not talked to y'all in forever. Girl, when I tell you, baby, that park wore me out yesterday. I was exhausted. I don't even think I came back to give you guys a recap. I think I ended up hitting like a lot of traffic coming home from the park. Once I got home, I was tired. And so, I ended up just winding down for the night. I should have looked over the footage, but I didn't, girl. I was over it. And so, yeah, but as far as the experience, it was so gorgeous out there. Now, I had a hard time finding the Japanese gardens, and that is because, girl, I should have just used the walking GPS. But y'all know, like, sometimes, you know, the Capricorns, you know, we have a tendency to overthink things when we really shouldn't. So I completely overthought the process instead of looking in the GPS. But anyway, girl, ended up walking across the street to the nature center and all of that kind of stuff. Girl, literally where we were sitting on the stairs is where the Japanese garden was. But anyway, so that was beautiful. Another thing that I think, okay, so guys, all of the parks by my house, they are man-made. And so when you go to these parks over here, they kind of have like that, y'all know, like that soft black turf, the turf that you see like on tracks, like when you, you know, like when you go to high schools and they have like those black surf tracks or whatever, they have those over here. And so there is no, the parks are pretty much man-made. There is no real original things, girl. Even some, y'all, girl, even some of the trees are man-made. And so I was not prepared. Girl, I have not been to like a real park like that in forever. And the other park I've gone to is just like underground Terry Hershey Park. But even some of Terry Hershey Park, even some of that stuff is man-made. You know what I'm saying? Because the that park is really supposed to be for cyclers, people riding bikes and stuff like that or whatever. So even when you go down there, a lot of times it's already like paved out. So baby, when I got to Herman Park and it was all that gravel, girl, y'all, I am not gonna lie, girl, I stuck out like a sore thumb because the girls were prepared. Now, when you go in the Japanese garden, it's gonna be a little bit different because there are a lot of people in there, you know, just kind of appreciating it. Now, I saw some ladies, they were from Vietnam and they looked gorgeous. So they had on their traditional garb, girl, with the stiletto pumps in the club. Girl, they had them stilettos on, but they were in there like taking pictures and stuff or whatever, and they looked so pretty. But they pretty much were prepared, they were prepared. So they parked across the street, walked straight to the park, and was able to get all of their footage. Whereas me, on the other hand, y'all, I was girl, I was like a duck out of water. I was completely lost. But we're gonna go back. And so one thing that I did find out about Herman Park is that a lot of it is just different areas. Like, for example, they have McGovern, the McGovern Centennial, I think it's McGovern Centennial. And that's basically a different phase of the park. So each park has different phases. And so next week, I want to do that. And so, yeah, I absolutely loved being out in nature. Y'all let me know if y'all enjoyed, like that footage or whatever. Just let me know, like, because it's something that I would like to do. So I figured, as we are reinventing rock and rock is being reinvented, we can start, kind of going out and doing nature stuff. Of course, you girls will see me, on the jazz scene, guys. Houston is going through a huge jazz emergence, or a jazz renaissance is what they're calling it. So we're going to be doing a lot of cute little stuff like that as well. But yeah, like, one thing that I did notice as I was trying to like find more stuff for us to do, I'm trying to find free things to do. But one thing that I noticed is like you can find the party scene. Like if you want to come here or if you live here and you're really into like the party scene, that type of stuff is so easy to find. But as you get into more cultural events like art, wine, I'm not going to necessarily say wine is cultural, but it is somewhat of a collective, if you will, just like art. But when you start to want to kind of move into those types of things, it's very challenging finding stuff like that. And so it's like you got to dig. And so I've managed to find some things and make a few connections. So that was just going to the park. I'm not going to lie. It just felt so good to be in nature. So we're going to be going back next week, but I have to kind of figure some things out around the weather. Y'all, we've been having a really hot, like summer here. It's January, but girl, it's been a hot Houston summer. However, the weather is getting ready to change over. Y'all know the head bombshell does not do well in cold weather. So I'm going to have to figure that out, and I will. I always figure it out, right? So we'll figure that out. What else was I going to tell y'all? See, this is why I need to start challenging myself to pick up this camera every day, because I be losing my train of thought, girl. I'm trying to think. I had something else to tell y'all. I can't think of it right now. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with some of the events and just, the way that, things are structured here as far as the party scene. But I'm just trying to figure out, when did Houston become a big party city? Houston was never like this before. And so, I'm just hoping that as the party scene continues to, grow, that the jazz scene grows. Like, I love jazz. I love live music. And so, hopefully we can, get more and more events or whatever, because it's like the sexy and the sophisticated, we want to go out and have, nice experiences as well. I don't want to be surrounded by hookah and like, that's not necessarily the environment that I want to be in. Now, I'm not saying I'm above it, because I'm not. Obviously, you girls see me out at the spot a couple of weeks ago, but I mean, I do want to have some sophisticated experiences. I have a nice wardrobe and I want to be able to wear my stuff. Like, y'all, that is like when you know what I'm saying? When you become a woman of a particular age, like your going out is so different from when you were, younger. Like now, to me, my going out is like getting super pretty, putting on something gorgeous, and going to have like not necessarily dinner, but just going out to have an experience. And so I am just so excited that I am bringing you guys more experiences. And so we are trying to do this thing, for free. I'm all on board for free experiences. That's what I was going to tell y'all. Well, maybe this conversation is getting too long and I don't want to, You know what I'm saying? Because I'll talk your ear off. That's one thing I'm going to do when I do, look, when I do get in my chatty girl mood, I'm going to talk your ear off. So anyway, we'll talk about that in a minute. But girls, I think what I'm about to do is change clothes because I just finished doing a jewelry sponsorship. So that's why I'm looking all fabulous. But I think what I'm going to do is change clothes and we're going to cook. So I'm trying to think of what we're going to cook. We have two options. I have some pasta that I forgot that I took out of the freezer. So we have that. And so we can make like a pasta bowl, a cheesy pasta bowl with bacon, or we can make a Asian inspired girl dinner. So I don't know which one I'm going to make, but let me change clothes real quick and figure it out. And then I'll give you guys a call back. All right, girls, we are going to start off by making these mini cilantro wontons. These are chicken, and this is it's from Trader Joe's. Now everything I have is from Trader Joe's, but the first thing that I did was warm up some beef broth. So this is just your traditional beef broth, 50% less sodium. You guys can get the normal one if you want to. We're gonna then add in some soy sauce. Not too much, but just enough. And then we're gonna add in the wontons. I think, okay, so they are kind of small, but I think I'm gonna maybe do like 4 since we have a variety of different things that we're gonna be having. You know what? Maybe, what y'all think? Maybe 5. Okay, yeah, let's do 5 since, okay, yeah. So we got like 2 normal size ones and 2 little minis. Okay, so we're gonna make that. Then we're gonna make this gimbap. Okay, so this is Korean tofu with vegetables, seaweed, rice roll. So we're gonna be making this. I think I'm only gonna make like 3 pieces of this, but we're also gonna make this in the same pan as the wontons. Now, if you wanted to, you could make this whole thing in the microwave, but I would prefer to make it in the pan. That way, once everything is done, you don't have to make a sauce, like an extra sauce or anything, if you don't want to. Now, girl, these be frozen hard. Okay, I had some of these from, what's the name, Kroger, and they were so freaking good. Okay, so we're just gonna add those in, mix those around a little bit like that, and then I think I'm just gonna let everything steam. Now these come with a total of 9. All right, so what I'm gonna do is add just a tiny little bit more of beef broth, and then I'm gonna just let these steam. So I'm gonna cover them up for a little while, maybe I don't know, maybe for about 5 minutes, and then I'll come back and check on them. All right, girls, so we finished the dumplings and the rice rolls, and so now we're gonna add in garlic shiitake green beans. So we're just gonna add that into the residuals or whatever was left from the rice roll. Okay, let me, not the fire being up too high, girl. I don't know if I said this already, but I'm pretty sure I did, girl. You can get all of this stuff from Trader Joe's. And see, the thing is with the green beans, they already have like the sauce and stuff on them, and so they be kind of, you know, stuck together or whatever. And we're not making large portions of each thing because, girl, we're gonna have quite a few options on this plate, okay? So you don't need like a whole bunch of stuff. I'm sorry, let me correct myself. You don't need big portion sizes of everything because you're gonna have green beans, dumplings, rice rolls, orange chicken, and a spring roll. So, I mean, but just do whatever you want. But just for me personally, I don't want to have big portion sizes because of everything that's going to be on the plate. Okay, so we're going to let these steam, and then we're going to work on the next dish. All right, girls, and the last of the components to our girl dinner is going to be orange chicken. All right, girls, this is the results. Y'all, this looks so good. So basically, we have the rice rolls, but you know what? They kind of broke apart when we steamed them. They really are supposed to be put in the microwave, but I like them better. Well, yeah, I like them better when you steam them. I'm just gonna be honest with you. But if you want something quick, just throw them in the microwave, girl. They're still good. And then we have the dumplings, of course. We have the green beans, and then we have the spring rolls, chicken spring rolls. Amazing. Okay, 10 out of 10. And then, of course, we have the orange chicken. Now, normally, I would share my food. I probably would ask if y'all want some, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm too scared y'all might say yes. I'm too scared because I'm about to devour this. Well, maybe half of it, and then I have to edit tonight, so more than likely, I just had a flashback. I'm gonna come back and tell you about it. But anyway, wait a minute, I gotta tell you now. Wait a minute, let me say this part real quick. So normally when I edit or whatever, I'll just eat like a little something, then I'll take a break and I'll eat something again. But yeah, so anyway, y'all, when I was a little kid, my grandfather was no longer married to my grandmother. He had married someone else. Well, this lady that he married, girl, this lady used to make us go to these like retirement homes around the holidays, and she would make us sing. Y'all, I hated it. I think that's where my social anxiety began, or begun, before the grammar police come down to the comment section. Begun, whichever one is it, whichever one it is. But anyway, and girl, y'all, when we would go to the retirement homes, girl, them old people used to be chewing us up so bad, girl. Like, we would be going there just to sing and bring joy. Girl, them women used to be talking about our clothes, girl. Like, this one lady, like, she literally went from my head, talking about my hair, all the way down to the socks and the shoes. And I was thinking to myself, you know what? I was like, you old bat. That's why you got one foot on the banana peel and the other one in the grave. Because how you gonna try to chew me up? And girl, at the time, I might have been like 7 years old. And I know y'all like, what made you think about that? I don't know. It was just a flashback. Maybe it was just me showing y'all this food. I don't know. I just had a flashback. But girl, yeah, like, she would be like, why your mama put them socks on you? And like, this lady just chewed us up. Mind you, it was not my mom that dressed us, because I'm gonna be honest with you, my grandfather's wife, she was, I don't know, that lady was crazy. And so she didn't put us in the stuff that my mom would send us with. And so it was just like, you know how when those socks with the ruffles around them or whatever, I would have those on, but they would be too small, so they wouldn't actually come to my ankle. They would just kind of be slanted. You know, the back part would be in the shoe, girl, and then I would have on a Mary Jane's. But the ladies at that retirement home would tear us up. And it's just like, as a kid, I just always remember like not liking like older people, because it would be like they was just mean. You know what I'm saying? But girl, I don't know what made me think about that. And then one time we went, and this one lady, y'all, I was 7 years old. This lady gonna ask me, she's talking about why your mama didn't put a girdle on you. Girl, I'm 7. What you mean a girdle? Yeah, like, she gonna sit up and ask me why I didn't have a girdle on, why I had on them socks. Like, talking about my hair, your mama should have combed your hair. Like, girl, y'all, that lady read me the freaking riot act. But anyway, don't ask me why I had that flashback, but I did. So anyway, girls, let me, oh, and wait a minute, one more thing. And girl, by the time, like, we would do all of that singing and stuff for them people, despite the fact that they would roast the hell out of us. After we did all this singing, baby, they didn't give us no food, no apple, no nothing. They would just send us on our merry way. So anyway, let me eat this real quick, and then I'll give you guys a call back. All right, girls, I am back. I am full. and I was so gluttonous. So what I should have did was share my food with y'all, because if I would have, I would not be paying for it now. Y'all know what? Gluttony is one of those sins where you get instant karma. You know what I'm saying? You're going to feel it immediately. Some sins, you might take a little while. You know what I'm saying? Gluttony, you're going to feel it. But anyway, so girls, I think I'm about to end the vlog because I really don't have anything else going on. My intention was to edit everything tonight and get this out to you girls tomorrow, which is Friday, but y'all will probably get this vlog on Monday. But I'm about to watch this documentary on HBO. It's called Dear Heart. Dear I think it's H-A-R-T. And I guess it's about this family, these two women who adopted these kids. Girl, the kids was from Texas. These women lived somewhere all the way across the nation, adopted these kids, and then drove their van off of like a bridge. And so I'm just trying to figure out what happened. And so I think I'm going to watch that. Y'all, honestly, I need to be trying to figure out what I'm going to do with this hair because, girls, we're going to the Red Cat Jazz Cafe tomorrow, okay? I told y'all we are getting outside. So anyway, I don't know if I want to wear this hair or maybe try something different, but I need to start trying to figure that out. But honestly, I'm sleepy. I'm not going to even much lie to you, baby. I think what I need to do is probably edit a sponsorship and at least get that done. So that'll be done. The vlog will wait. Maybe tomorrow when we get up. I need to do some work when I get up. But after I do all of that, maybe we can go check out... where did I want to take you girls tomorrow? Oh my gosh, I am drawing a blank. It's called Houston Arboretum, and that's the name of the park. So yeah, I just found out about that place or whatever, and so it looks so cool. I know a lot of people take their kids there or whatever, but I still want to go walk the park. So we'll see. I'm waiting on a package as well from a sponsorship. So my goal is to get up in the morning, film the sponsorships that I have coming in, edit the one that I have. I'm probably going to edit the one I have tonight and get all of that stuff out of the way or whatever. So again, it sounds very aspirational. Will it happen? I don't know. But let me know if you girls enjoyed the vlog. Let me know if you loved the Japanese garden as much as I did. Oh, you know what? I actually did have something to tell y'all. Girl, I know y'all be sick of me. Okay, this is what I was going to tell y'all, girl. So I found out that I was watching Funky Dineva and he was saying Cash Doll. He was reading one of her, I guess it was a tweet or a post she made. And she was saying her goal this year is to be celibate, to stop spending as much. You know, she just had all these goals set in place and he did as well. And then it just made me realize, like, before I deleted TikTok, y'all, it was so many people on TikTok that drove luxury cars and that was downsizing, moving from luxury apartments, and who lived in homes, and they were like selling their homes and moving back into apartments. And it just made me realize, like, honestly, girls, if there is any time to downgrade your life, now is the time. And I just wanted to say to all of the girls out there who, you know, maybe you want to downgrade, you know, maybe you got into a car and it's a little bit more than what you maybe want to bite off for right now. And not necessarily because of the car note, you know, maybe it's just the maintenance on it, you know, the upkeep. Or maybe you got into this big fancy luxury apartment or something, and you know you're debating on what you should do because the lease is approaching. I would say in this season, I want us to not think about what people will think of us. If there's anyone out there, you're holding on to reservations of, gosh, you know, I want to downgrade, but what will people think of me? Don't worry about what they're going to think of you. Do what's best for you. Like my mom says, self-preservation is the first law of man. And what I think typically will end up happening if you just downgrade and not worry about what everybody else is going to think, you'll be the leader of the pack, because eventually people will come to you and ask you how you did it. I saw a couple and they talked about that, and they were in this big couples group, and girl, you know, everybody, you know how those couples groups are. Sometimes they be competing with each other and stuff, and you know, this couple got a new car, so this one got to go get a new car, and then this one bought a house, and so they trying to go buy a bigger house. The husband was saying like they was mixed up in all of that, and then it got to the point where it was just too much to handle, and so him him and his wife, they downgraded. They sold their fancy cars. They got cash cars. They downgraded from the house. So they no longer kind of lived in the community of what was deemed as acceptable to their friend group. Some of the friends kind of fell off a little bit, wasn't, you know, they were not being invited to as much stuff or whatever. And so, you know, at that point, they didn't care because they started feeling the relief of not having so much debt. And then ultimately, guess what happened? The friends, the other couples in the couple group start secretly coming to them like, how did you guys do it? How did you guys do it? Like the other people that were still in the group did not want the core group to know that they were trying to downsize or downgrade. And so eventually, most of the couples in the group ended up downsizing when they started seeing the success of the one couple that just kind of stepped out on faith and let everything go. And so I think that's the biggest thing that I'm here to tell you. Like, sometimes you have to be the black sheep. Sometimes you have to be the, you know, you have to set the standard, you know, for your group or for your family. And it's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay if you downgrade. It may not feel good at first, but girl, when people start seeing like the stress level is rising and you're flexible, you're able to do more things, more meaningful things, not just going to the mall and just spending your money on a bunch of bullshit. I'm saying more meaningful things like creating more experiences, being able to travel more, just doing things that are just way more important than just having a bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just stuff or whatever. I think once you do that, then people will follow suit. But anyway, I'm not going to beat a dead horse too much about this, but I just wanted to say that, like, if there's anyone out there considering downsizing, downgrading, so you can put yourself in a better situation, you can get rid of some debt, you can start saving some money and really live a fulfilled life. Now's the time to do it. And don't worry about what people have to say. So yeah, you know, that was a good little flow I had going on. But anyway, girls, I'm not going to hold you. I'm going to go ahead and close the vlog out here. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.